Right here, Fern, what you got?
Did I set out to be a safety leader at BNSF? No, I did not. I set out to be as safe as I could be and be an employee of integrity and honesty. What role does integrity play in safety? I think it plays the hugest role, big role. Do what's right when nobody's looking. That's as simple as it gets. Attitude reflects how the job gets done. If someone doesn't feel like they're a valued team member, for lack of a better way to explain it, they just don't care. And that leads to injuries, accidents. How am I perceived by my peers? Honestly, I think they look at me as a model of dependability. Being dependable isn't important to me. It's important to them. Paying attention to the small details when it comes to safety is very important. Those issues, if not paid attention to, become larger over time. If you are able to take care of something right away, you don't have the issues later. You can stop it, mitigate it, or talk about it before it becomes a larger issue. When it comes to safety at BNSF, the thing I'm most proud of is paying attention to details. Small things that lead to bigger things. Looking where others don't look and being able to help out people that are a little less experienced. Those are the things I'm most proud of. My name is Tommy Alfred, and the keys to safety are integrity and honesty.
I think the gaps in safety with BNSF Railway is maybe the communication between departments. I think bridging the gap between our departments just makes it a tighter group, you know. We put together little classes to teach some of the operation volunteers to come over and learn a little bit about some of the items on freight cars or locomotives, something that could help them. Simple as broken knuckle. We've showed them some pointers, you know, to keep their hands clear of any pinch points. When we have open discussion, we get full engagement. A few years ago, we had an operations employee walk up asking for eye wash station. He had something in his eye, and he wasn't sure where to go because he didn't know where to find one. So we helped him, and then he was asking, where do we keep these? So the map was created, and the point of it is that anybody can go up to it and see, no matter it's their department or what department it is, if they're in that location and they need first aid or anything on that, it tells them where to go. It shows that we don't just care about mechanical, we care about them as well. I am Nathan Broyles, and for me, bridging gaps is the key to safety here at BNSF Railway.
You have safety without caring. I think both of them go together because you have to care about the guys in order for them to be safe. I'm a kind guy, caring guy. I'm a good listener because that's my job. Keep them safe and make sure that that the work is getting done. And I approach others about if they're doing something wrong. I do give them, let them know that if you were at home, would you be doing this unsafe work, not protecting your eyes or your feet or your hands? How would your wife feel about it? How would your son feel about it? I like to stick around. It's not that I don't want to go home, but it's just that I like to, again, make sure that the guys are being taken care of. I need to go take them food, I'll take them food. Impact safety in the good way, so they'll have their full concentration at the task on hand. I can also try and help them out by saying, okay, you guys need a break, I'm here to help, or I'll get in with them and I'll give them a hand. That's what I do. I just like going that extra mile. Our goal for being safe is climbing up, so we want to keep it that way. I am Armando Alarcon, and for me, carrying is the key to safety on BNSF Railway.
So ownership to me means understanding what you're doing at that time and owning it. We work at height that we have to respect and own that to the fullest. You have to let them learn the safety and the job by doing it, not by me running it all the time. That's my philosophy. Let them fill out the job briefing forms and take on that ownership. I was always comfortable with that because I care about my workers. A lot of my workers today have little kids that they need to go home to every day and provide for them, and I want to make sure that happens every day. Every time that we are at a tower site and them guys are getting ready to go on that tower, I go up to them, I tell them, take your time and be safe. I want you back down on the ground with me and going home the same way we got here. Greg Johnson called me up and told me that I had won Safety Employee of the Year. It brought tears to my eyes that they respected me for that. I'm going out on top of my career. I'm sorry, I get emotional. I never really realized that everybody was that proud of me. Well, I couldn't have achieved this without them. And this is just as much their award as mine. My name is Jeff Brennan, and the key to safety is ownership.
If you want to get better, you got to do something a little bit different. It's important to bring a fresh approach to the safety discussion at the BNSF, because if you say the same thing over and over again, people can tend to get complacent. Bringing a fresh approach brings a different flavor to it, kind of wakes them up, kind of looks new, so to speak. When I enter the room, I try to bring a positive attitude and bring some energy into that room. I think that energy that you can bring and that positivity that you can bring actually can create a more positive conversation. Well, Stop and Talk is an effort just to stop crews in their environment, in their element, right in the middle of work, and just talk to them about some of the issues that they may have, some of the issues that the terminal has, and have more of an intimate conversation. Nobody knows that part of the yard better than the guys who are working in that part of the yard. So if we're looking for some of their safety issues, then they can point certain things out that maybe, you know, if they were in a bigger group, they might not even spoken up. People tend to clam up when they're in a bigger group, tend not to speak. So when you have a stop and talk, they're much more comfortable talking to you. I absolutely do want to make a difference in the lives of my coworkers. When it comes to safety, we're all interconnected. You don't really go off duty. Galesburg's a small town. I get people stopping all the time just to conversate, not necessarily about railroading. It does have a positive impact. I'm Marlon Beal, and maintaining a positive attitude is my key to safety at the BNSF.